Hi everybody, this is Jen. I am going to attempt to sort of tell you how to make the top part of a ribbon topiary. I saw this online and Mom and I gave it a try last night and did one, and today I did another because we're going to use these as centerpieces for Adeline's first birthday party. And I didn't see a lot of directions online on how to do it, so I figured that I would kind of walk you through it real fast because the beginning part is not too hard to do. It's sitting here and actually doing it for 2 hours. So to get started, we used 6 different colors of and styles of ribbon here, cut into strips of 4.5 inches. All of this is 1.5 inches wide. So we cut this all up, and there's our pins there, and here's a styrofoam ball, and this is all we need right now to get started. So I'm going to try to show you how to put this on here without anybody holding the camera for me, so this ought to be interesting. Okay. We'll take this green one because it's really easy to see. Okay. So I have some green ribbon here, and we're just going to loop it and pin it, but we don't loop it like this right here. You could just loop it and pin it like that, but we found that it just didn't work out well for us. So we're going to loop it like this, the way you would, like a piece of tape that you were trying to double up. So you're going to loop that, and then you're going to get 2 straight pins and put one in either end and through there, which I obviously can't do while I hold this, so let me try. Let me see how skilled I am. I might not be skilled at all, and I'm sorry, that was okay. There goes one. There goes the other. I don't know what you could see. I was holding it with my chin, so I don't know if you could see any of it at all. Okay, so there it is, and then you're just going to continue to add them on here. Of course, mixing up your colors and your patterns next to each other, you can loop them different ways. It really doesn't matter how you start off, to get the ball covered, because you can just always fill in later afterwards. That's what I did. I kind of covered the whole thing, and then I went back in and filled in with other pieces. So when you're done doing all of that, it will look like this. Ta-da! So you can turn this into a topiary, which is what we're going to do, or you could, hang ribbon from it, and so that you can hang it. And now, of course, this needs to be fluffed and can be fluffed once it's actually on the stick of the topiary. We'll be able to do that. So there it is when it's all finished. Last night when we did it for the first time, it took about 4 hours to complete because we were just learning what we were doing. But today, after I kind of knew what was going on, it took me 2 hours to get this done like this. And let me see if I can give you some details about what we used. It takes almost 16 yards of fabric, or of ribbon, to make one of these. This is a 6-inch ball that I'm using here. Like I said, we cut the strips into 4.5 inch lengths and used 2 straight pins per ribbon. And let's see, am I forgetting anything else to tell you? The strips. We used about, since we're using 6 different colors here, we used around 20 to 22 strips of ribbon each, in each color or pattern. We used the least in the white because that was just kind of in there to fill in and to accent, and that was only 14 pieces that we used, but all the rest of them were 20 to 22 pieces. that were used in there. We used a total of 250 pins. So that should give you an idea of what's going on there. Now the other parts that you need to make the topiary will be dowel rods to stick up inside there, some sort of flower pot or something to put it in, floral foam to put the dowel rod through in the pot, and spray paint if you need to spray your pot that you're going to keep this in. And I think that was all the supplies. Now I got everything that you see here and the other things that I mentioned that you don't see here at the Hobby Lobby. I'm new to doing crafts, so I didn't have a chance to shop around or anything or know what's a good price or what isn't. So you may be able to do this cheaper, and especially if you're not doing it for something specific and you can just kind of go and just buy ribbon whenever you see it on some sort of a sale and just go from there, because the ribbon actually tended to be probably part of the most expensive part of it. So now I'm going to give you the grand total for 3 of them. It cost me about $60 to make all 3, which makes them about $20 a piece. So it was a little bit less than that. I got all the ribbon. Most of the ribbon was originally $4 a roll, and I got it 50% off. And the pots were about $2 a piece. The dowel rods were $1 a piece. The floral foam was around $1 a piece. The actual 6-inch styrofoam balls themselves were about $4 a piece. I got a can of spray paint for $5, but then I had 40% off coupon, so it ended up costing $3. The case of pins cost about $4.29, and plus with the tax everything came to like $58.98. So that was how much it cost me, although actually it's probably going to end up being a little bit more because I ran out of spray paint, and you also want something to fill in the bottom of your pot, which I'll show you whenever we finally get to that point in the process. I'll perhaps show you how to put the rest of it together in the second part of the tutorial. We're going to plan on trying to use perhaps some curling ribbon that matches, but you can use moss or grass or shredded paper or beads or marbles or whatever you want to fill in there. And depending on whether or not you want the stuff to be able to spill out, or if you have to travel with it or something, you're going to need some kind of glue or something to hold it in there. But otherwise, if you're not concerned about that, you could just stick it in there. And I suppose if you're making something for Easter, you could use Easter grass in there, something to that effect. So this probably didn't go as great and professional as I'd like it to. You're looking at this on a kitchen chair because I don't have a table or surface to show you. It's dark in here, and yes, the lights are on and the window is open, but it's kind of hard to see, and I'm trying to do this all while Adeline's down for a nap, and in fact up until I turned her monitor off she still wasn't napping yet, and so I'm going to have to turn it back on here in a second and hope that she is doing okay. So I hope that this was helpful for you, and maybe you'll go and make a ribbon ball of your very own. Okay, that's it. Bye.